special where we place trades live. And today we're doing an overview of our setup where we have been trading the Mia coin. So if you guys remember, a few days ago we had a buy at 0.006 and we have been holding on to it ever since. So our second buy was placed at 0.009. So we're actually going to see what's happening to it right now. We are up 8% on that entry. On our other entry, we are up 8% and 33%. So let's just see and do a little bit of analysis to see where we are moving forward in the token right now. So a little bit of introduction for those that don't know what we're doing here. On this live stream, I'm going to be trading Mia. Mia is the token, a Solana-based token that is the brainchild of Mecca, which is this awesome Web3 project that seeks to unify a lot of ecosystems under the same platform, allowing you to pay for a lot of things using the same token. And that token in this case is Mia. So in a nutshell, Mecca is providing utility for Mia. And while we are trading it live, I'll be dropping insights on exactly how I do my technical analysis and how I place trades on the token generally. So one of the first things that I do, the first thing to note here is that I use BingX, particularly not just BingX, I also trade using indicators on BingX. And some of the indicators I usually use is this one that we're looking at right here. This is known as the Bollinger Band indicator. And that's what we use to catch this move here. And that's what we're going to use to catch the next move up. So the question now is, when is the next move up? I know it's very, very crazy because it's one thing to catch a move in the market. It's another thing to know when to abandon a favorable condition. So the market is actually going to look up for us. So now, on a general basis, I have been holding on to this trade for today makes it 8 days now in total, but this one here was opened yesterday. We have two trades running now. We have one down below here and we have another one up here, but I don't know why my Xpingers is not showing them. When I place a sell on that, I think they're going to show it, but right now they're not showing our buy entry, our second buy, our first buy order, just the second one. So yeah, we place our trades on BingX, but Mia is also listed on Mexi on other platforms if you want to check it out. Any kind of platform you like. So first of all, let's look at the token dynamics, guys. So Mia is this crazy token because in all of the problems I've been having in the crypto space recently, all of the whole ups and downs, all of the unsurety with price liquidations and all that, Mia has been surprisingly stable. If you look at the daily charts here, you see that it has been in a downtrend, yeah, but it has been a stable downtrend, no massive price pushing manipulation in the opposing angle. So I really think that is awesome. So guys, anyway, like I was saying, the beauty of a token like this is that when you're doing your technical analysis, you have to be very, very direct and straightforward. And personally, I've been holding on to this trade for 8 days because I feel like we are at the bottom of the chart for Mia. So on the token dynamics, Mia has been sitting at a market cap of 1.4 million for close to a week until recently when it had this push, this massive pump that took it to 2 point something million, I think 2.1 that area. So first of all, the fact that it has been in an area where price was unsure and very, very rough, and yet it managed to keep a market cap of that area. I think that's impressive in and of itself. But secondly, I feel like if a token is able to give you above 1 million capitalization and it's not a major alpha token per se, it means it has the makings of one. At least the people that are holding it are actually believers. So that means if you're holding on to me and then you're doing the right thing, better small if you're holding on to me and you bought at 0.006 when I gave the call. That means you're actually at a very, very good point right now as a MIA holder. So that's basically it. Now, this entry of ours, we're actually going to hold on to it for quite some time. Our TP, our first TP, not even that is our TP, is the place that will actually start reasoning whether we should take TP or not, is 0.014. And right now, we are nowhere near that TP. So, keep our options open and see how the trade works out. But overall, the optics are looking great. The token is performing well and the market is responding beautifully. Our setup has been awesome. Our setup has been awesome overall. And the reason why we entered this trade initially was because of the Bollinger Band. You see, the Bollinger Band indicated to us that the market was contracting right over here. You see that when you see the Bollinger Bands themselves contracting. And what happens after a market contraction is usually a fat push to the upside. And that upside push has happened. Now, if this was a fake out, if we are going to have a return to bearishness, then we would have had it in the past 24 hours. Because what usually happens is that after this kind of things, you see a point of sell off. And that sell off is not massive, guys. I mean, we lost less than 20% of the big move up, which means we are consolidating. And consolidation is usually followed by another big move up in this case. So I expect us to see a little bit of consolidation on the Bollinger Band right over this stretch of land. And after that, then, we'll see where it goes. But I feel like we are still bullish, guys. We are still very, very bullish. The optics are looking great. And if you don't believe that, let's add another indicator and know the Bollinger Band so we can look at that again. So the second indicator you're looking at here is the moving average. The moving average indicator is a very, very awesome indicator, especially if you're trying to identify what trend you are on currently. And yeah, you can see clearly that the trend we're on is bullish, because how it works is that this purple line we're looking at here is a main moving average. Moving average is usually calculated in based on periods 20, 30, and all that. I think this one has 20, 30, and 60, and this purple one is the 60 period indicator. And now, when price touches that, this is the support zone, and we're waiting for that to happen. So you can see here that during the downtrend, each time price touched, it did not close above it. It kept on moving down, moving down, moving down. And once price moved past it, it signified the beginning of our move upwards. So I think price is going to touch this moving average, stabilize, and then go for the next leg up. That's what we're hoping for, guys. So we are back here again. Sorry about the delay, but like I said, guys, the optics are looking great. The only reason you would not hold this trade is if it was not looking great. And right now, I think there's no reason to pause this trade. Okay, the trade is looking fine, and I think we should actually hold on to it based on all the technical factors out there. That's what my advice is. So we're going to be holding again. I'm hoping that we get to 0.014, and then from there we'll see what happens. Because I easily see Mia reclaiming his all-time high of I think it was 0.23 or so. That is very possible because it's a new token that was listed this year, and it has not actually done badly in way of price action. Okay, it hasn't done that badly, so we've actually been able to combat the whole price action, owing to the fact that it actually listed in a period that was tumultuous for crypto. That is that. So we are hoping that there's going to be a push in price, but when exactly? So a little bit of problems with the stream, but I've actually set it up. So if you guys observe right now, you can observe that our setup is up 7%, which is not really much, but yeah, it's actually a lot if you combine the fact that we are up 7% on this trade and up 33% on the other trade. So we are almost up 50% on our entire investment. So the question now becomes, if you have not bought into Mia yet, where can you and where should you buy? I believe that the best place to buy into me as a token now would be way below at this area, because it's the best place for you to place your buys. At this area now, you can expect price to do a little bit of bouncing off, so you get a little more blowback from price than any other place that you would have bought into. So this is the new bottom. Assuming you bought up here now, you would have been buying at the top, so they would have been selling off, and selling off pressure would have gotten to hit you. But right now, if you want to buy again, since this area has already identified itself to be a valid support zone, you can be bullish and buy in here and hold in. So this is actually a very good area to buy, but we won't be placing any buys in this stream because we're already on buys already. We've already placed yesterday's on early. We placed it here. So this is the one that we're talking about now. If you want to place a buy, this is the best place to place it and hold on to the trade, and join us on the Mia trade. But that's basically it. When you run, it's a man big one. Medicals, they don't worry. Eh? Market has been quite choppy today, very, very quiet, not taking much movement. But let's see if Bingex can communicate where exactly we are supposed to move. So basically, guys, here's the decision. I'm going to hold on to this trade and we're going to wait for it to mature. As of right now, I don't think we are at a sensible area for me to close this trade at right now. So, I'm just going to hold on to this trade for a bit while longer. And if you have not purchased Mia yet, here's a reason for you to do so. It's not listed on Binance or Bybit yet, and it has a market cap of 2 million. So, don't actually sleep on this. When it does get listed on this massive exchange, there's going to be a spike in interest, which means a higher market cap, which means the people that bought at the bottom are actually going to be the ones enjoying. So, yeah, that's why I'm bringing this live stream to you guys so you can actually take part in it. So, guys, another important indicator when trading is the volumes indicator. Basically, the volumes indicator shows you who is in charge of the market at the moment. And you observe here, when we had a spike to the upside, we had this increase in the volume indicator. So it's usually slight, but the spike always happens, it's always there. So these are the things you put your ears down for when you're trading using indicators. It's always a slight miscalculation, a slight misstep. Another thing to note is that a lot of indicators are retrospective, so they show you information that has already happened. It's now belonging to you. It's now your job to use that information to decide how you're going to work in future.